Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. I talk about daily life experience, which helps us to gain daily knowledge and learn from people's daily twist. Please subscribe to my channel to avoid daily life twist. Do not hesitate to share, like and comment. Let's talk about a lady who works as a pose attendant in the market square. When I graduate from university with good grade, I have no job and want to start something so bad to avoid being jobless. With time, I learned that pose is good business to engage into. I took money from my family and started pose business, and everyone who knew me was talking against me, saying how can a graduate with good grade lower herself to such level. That was never my problem. I want to make money. I never mind what people says. I keep pushing in for till I was well known in the market, and I started making not less than 120,000 weekly depending on how busy the market is. One day, one of my good customer gave me cash to deposit money to her account, which I did. An issue arose that I deposited money to the wrong account. At this process, she found out she gave me one of her customer account, thinking it was her account. According to her, she needed to as the money urgently. If it was you, what will be your reaction? Drop your opinion on the comment section. At that moment, I don't want to start blaming anyone. This is my good customer, who I can gain more than 20,000 profit in the space of a week. I was interested in the solution rather than blaming her thou. She needed the money urgently. The next day I went to bank to rectify the issue. The bank acted rude to me and never resolved the problem later. This very issues was resolved by higher person, which resulted me losing money. If were you, can you lose money for your customer's sake? Money you are sure is not your fault. We want to hear what's on your mind. Another day I was in the market working. A woman walked up to me telling me she liked me and wants me to marry her brother. I said okay. She collected my number later in the day. The so-called brother called me telling me how wealthy he is. He claimed that he imported goods down to the market. After we got to know each other, he asked for a date. What pained me? I left what I'm supposed to be doing to go on date, and this guy came drunk. I have to question him, he said. He went out with one of his top men and is rude not to drink while they are celebrating. I have to overlook the situation. The next day we were discussing and he asked me what do I do for a living, which I told him, and he asked me how much have I saved. That question was strange to me thou. I told him I have saved up about 300,000. He asked me what do I intend using the money to do. I told him I want to get a nice phone for my business. He said all right and assured me he will buy the phone for me, and I were like okay. At this point I told my mother everything, and my mother was happy because this guy is coming from her desired city. He assured me by Sunday he and his family will be coming to my parents for introduction, which I was cool with. After a few days, this guy called me late in the night, asking me for 400,000, stating he used all his money to purchase goods and he needs to settle custom, which is urgent. Later tomorrow, he will come and see me to give me my phone and my money. I told him I don't have any money. The only money I have is 2,000 that I want to use and subscribe my phone, and even if I have such money, I will rather add it to my business. He started saying, I thought you love me. If you do love me, help me out. Let me settle them. Question: if you were the one, will you have given him the money? I refused to give him the money, and he told me that I should please help him, and he will be coming to give me the phone he brought for me, including my money. That all his money is on goods. At the end, he angrily ended the call. A few minutes later, his sister called me and started pleading with me to help her brother. At the moment, her money was sent for her goods. If not, she would have helped him. In the morning time, the guy called me again, pleading. I still refused then. Again his sister called. At the moment, I have to speak my mind. I told her your brother is wealthy and have connections. She said her brother used all his money to get goods, and for the connections, it will be embarrassing for him to be begging. I said how about his friends, she replied. Decimate. I yelled at her, you calling her for 19. Stop calling me you, and your husband should go and get a job. How could marriage women have mind to deceive a lady that hustle to make a living? At that point, she started insulting me and ended the call. The guy called. I started yelling at him too, and the guy started insulting me too. Later, I told my mother what happened, and my mother said I would have asked him to send his account number. Then, when he send it, I will use his name to trace him. What's on your mind? Let's hear from you.